And I am with Ann Caldwell from the Huntsville Area Humane Society. And tell me a little bit about you guys.
Hey, yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for having us and for putting together this event. It's really incredible and impressive. So thank you for putting this together. But yeah, as Jen said, I'm Ann Caldwell. I am the CEO for the Greater Huntsville Humane Society. And we're a no-kill animal shelter located in North Alabama in Huntsville. And we have been around for 50 years. This is our 51st year. So we've been around the block for a little while, but we're definitely facing some unprecedented times right now. And no, we're not alone in that. But we offer pretty standard adoption and foster programs and services, in addition to a few community assistance programs that we have to hopefully keep animals out of shelters in the first place. So we have a pet food bank, low-cost veterinary services, things like that. So we're not just adoptions and fosters, we're also trying to be a leader in the community and meet people where they are to hopefully keep pets out of shelters in the first place.
Right on. So you're actually doing home visits? Do I understand that correctly?
We do for some. We do home visits for some breeds and not others. Obviously, with the pandemic, that's become a little bit more tricky, but we've gotten to be fairly creative. We've been known to FaceTime adopters instead of, doing the home visit in person and doing things that way. It's definitely forced us to be creative and innovative. But if anything, it's exciting to be able to kind of challenge ourselves and figure out how we do operate during hard times. That's the silver lining I try to focus on, at least during all this.
Yeah, absolutely. So how has the pandemic affected you most? Like, where are you having your biggest problems?
Definitely with donations. I think most nonprofits, especially animal welfare related ones right now, are probably saying the same thing. But we are seeing a decrease in donations, a decrease in donations, both financial and like in-kind donations of food and things like that. And unfortunately, we're also seeing an increase in owner surrender requests. I'm sure, as y'all can imagine, with all the furloughs and layoffs and things like that, folks are being put into really tough positions, where they have to make a decision. Do I feed my kids tonight, or do I have money to feed my dog? And we try to jump in and help so that no one does have to make that decision. But again, with funds kind of thinning out a little bit, it gets more and more difficult for us to offer those community services and continue to do it. So that's kind of the main issue, is that, sustainably we can't feed and take care of all of our animals in program on property and also be offering food and vet service sustainable to continue that way.
I'm going to attempt to share your website screen here real quick, just so people can know where to find you online. We're at GHHS.org, GHHS.org, and that's the Greater Huntsville Humane Society. So I believe you can donate directly to them by visiting this website and clicking on their donate button. You can read about all their services, get tons of information there. We'll have that on screen as well. How can people help you besides donate? What other things can they do to reach out?
Honestly, it's going to sound like a very simple thing to do, but sharing our posts, keeping us and other animal organizations in the public eye, keeping us relevant. I know that the focus right now is on human health in a lot of the big news sites, and that's fair. It absolutely needs to be, but we don't want animals to be forgotten. So it really is a huge help whenever anyone speaks about us publicly, shares our posts, helps get the word out that even though we are focusing on this global pandemic and really our first priority is human health, there is also this kind of forgotten demographic of homeless animals that still need us. So I think making sure that we don't basically fade away, that we're not forgotten about, help us stay relevant, help us get the word out, help us spread the message. That's a huge one.
Absolutely. So find them on Facebook, make sure you follow, and just share till your heart's content. That will help them out immensely. Appreciate that. I know that as far as human health goes, mental health that is given by the love of a pet is definitely an important aspect in our lives. It's not just about your respiratory health, it's also your mind and keeping yourself busy, and like having an animal in the house is it's almost been a saving grace for me, at least, because of all that. So before I let you go, do you have any parting messages to the world besides share your posts and donate?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, just thank you. Thank you, everyone who has fostered or adopted or donated. I know it's not easy right now to do any of those things. And whether you're doing that with the Greater Huntsville Humane Society or your local Humane Society or a different rescue organization, just thank you to anyone who has supported, shared, donated, fostered, whatever, to an animal organization during this time. It's very much appreciated, and hopefully you're rewarded richly by the snuggles or kisses from a puppy and kitten.
Very good advice. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate hearing your story. Keep up the hard work. We're all going to get through this. Everything's going to be okay. But until then, donate, share, like, tell your friends, spread the word. Let's just all keep everybody afloat together.
Absolutely. Thank you